¿Qué tal, amables televidentes? Muy buenas tardes, feliz fin de semana. Bienvenidos a uno más de los programas de In the Blink of an Eye, cortesía de Pueblo Tires and Service. Aquí estamos, su amigo y servidor, Armando Rangel, el locutor número 19, en uno más de los programas. Y claro, el capitán Benjamín Valdés, en esta ocasión desde STC, South Texas College, aquí en la avenida Pecan, con una muy, pero muy interesante entrevista para todos ustedes. Gracias por la atención de este programa a nombre de Pueblo Tires and Service, que como siempre le ofrece los mejores precios en servicios y también, claro, los mejores ventas para ustedes, descuentos en llantas y mucho más, qué sé yo. Ya les estaremos informando en el transcurso de este programa de todo lo que tenemos para ofrecerles a ustedes en Pueblo Tires and Service. 13 tiendas para servir a usted en todo el Valle del Río Grande y en el sur de Texas. Así que, pues vamos a iniciar ya el programa, vamos a iniciar ya esta entrevista. Esperamos que sea de su completo agrado. Con ustedes, el capitán Benjamín Valdés, después de estos mensajes.
Winter, spring, summer, and fall, the cycle continues for us all. 2018 is come and gone. Change your oil, you can't go wrong. That's right, you betcha.
So now you're a poet too, Shampoozy?
12 months ain't enough. Up 24 months to pay, and you'll be on your way. Ain't no credit needed. That's right, 2019, you will sing Shampoozy.com. So much fun. Que bailen.
Think tires, think Pueblo.
Así es, amigos, hasta 24 meses para pagar y no necesitas crédito. Si ellos dicen no, nosotros decimos sí. Llevo eso al banco, puedes apostar.
No hay tal cosa, Shampoozy, te apuesto.
Sí, tienes la opción de hasta 100 días para pagar temprano. No esperas el income tax, ven hoy mismo. Aplica, compra y disfruta. Así es, Shampoozy.com. ¡Que bailen!
Think Pueblo.
And we're back. Thank you, Armando. Well, here we are back at South Texas College. And today we're with Rosamond Moore, PhD, Business Administration Instructor. Dr. Moore?
Yes.
Is that okay? Can I call you Dr. Moore?
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you for having us.
Thank you for inviting me.
And, we've been doing a series of shows at South Texas College, so much that they offer here from just about everything that we can think of, from diesel mechanics, automotive, electronics, cybersecurity, and today we're going to be talking about business administration, right?
Yes, definitely.
So, Dr. Moore, tell us, how long have you been here and at South Texas College, and what is your main, what do you see out there in the business world, but tell us what you do specifically. I know you're a business administration instructor, but tell us what that entails.
Okay. Again, my name is Dr. Rosamond Moore. Thank you for having me at this show today. I really appreciate it. Here at South Texas College in the Department of Business Administration, we focus primarily on those skill sets that students need in order to become better HR managers, better finance managers, better marketing managers, better operations managers. Business administration encompasses all of the management functions that you would typically see in a business. And in the courses that we teach here at South Texas College, we provide the students with information on the necessary skills under each of those functions.
Wow. You mentioned HR managers, marketing managers, Pueblo Tires and Service. We've been in business for 47 years, yeah. And we thank God and we thank the community for giving us that opportunity. But like in any business, we also have an HR department.
Yes.
I mean, I think most businesses have those kind of departments that you mentioned. Marketing is so important. We're quite involved with the marketing department as well. And when we talk about marketing in our case, whether it's radio, TV, or shows like this, and we thank the community for this opportunity because Dr. Moore, what we want to do with this show is let the people know that we're more than just a tire company.
Yeah.
We want to share positive feedback, what's happening in our communities. And South Texas College has been here for quite a while. It's grown a lot. And tell us, how long have you been here?
I've been here at South Texas College now for 10 years. I've been teaching a variety of different courses that are offered in the Department of Business Administration. And one course I'd like to talk about specifically is a course that we have called Business Principles. And the Business Principles course focuses on helping students to understand what are those factors that it's necessary to start a business. So we talk about every step that it takes to create a business plan for a business. So I'm sure at Pueblo Tires, at one point, it was very small. There was one owner, very few employees. They started off as a small business.
Well, not funny you mentioned that, but I've been there for roughly now 26 years. The company's been around for 47 years, since 1972. And a little bit of the history of Pueblo, yes, it started off as it's a family-owned business. And you're right, it started as a small, it was an idea.
Yes.
That, the owner, the principal owner, my boss, his father, it's a family-owned business. He started the business with a partner of his. And they got into the tire business. They saw a need, and they said, we could fill that need. People need tires, and let's do our best. So, but you're right. It requires principles. It requires discipline.
Yep.
Of course, vision. Ideas and so forth. But it's not easy. I've been there 26 years. We started with 6 stores when I started. When I came aboard, now we have 13. But you're right on the point. So the students that take this course. Once they're out there in the real world,
Yes.
They have a solid foundation when it comes to either they're entrepreneurs as well, maybe.
Yes, definitely. So the course prepares students for not only becoming managers in those particular functions within a business, but also guiding them to actually starting businesses themselves and becoming entrepreneurs. The course focuses on things like, what does it take to create a partnership agreement? If I'm going to be in a partnership with you, what is our business going to look like? What are we going to share in terms of the profits? How are we going to share those profits? We also talk to the students and share with them skill sets on how do you create an organizational chart? And in that organizational chart, identify what are the correct positions that you need, not only as you start, but as you grow. Because if I go from 6 stores to 13 stores, right, I'm going to need more employees. So what is the process that I need in order to hire those employees, which is an HR manager?
And Pueblo, again, with its roots, when they got into this business, they really didn't have a clear idea of how to run a tire business. Their background is pecans. They have a farming business in close to El Paso. But the father, the owner, ventured to say, a partner of his said, let's start a tire business. Okay, but you're exactly right. That other gentleman was the one who was more knowledgeable in this type of industry, tires and wheels. But he decided to part ways. He had some personal issues, and so the owner decided to keep the business. He got in. He brought in one of his older sons. I never met him, but I understand he was very business savvy, and the business started to grow. Unfortunately, he had a hunting accident, and he lost his life in a hunting accident. So they brought in another brother from the family, and that didn't work out. So then they brought another son, and he came aboard, I think, in 1982, and he had been in college. He graduated from college, but he was working in the grocery business, grocery store business. So when he joined Pueblo, he had to quickly educate himself in running a tire business. And like what you're saying, the principles that they're learning here, they can apply them to, if they could work in a restaurant, hotel business, so forth, whatever, right? Because all these, marketing, HR, at Pueblo, we have a department, we have a payroll that you got to deal with. As you grow, this is what we call growing pains. And our biggest asset is people, but our greatest challenge is people. So what you're telling me here is that these students are learning these principles and what they're going to face out there in the real world.
Exactly.
Right?
Definitely. The students, join the class, and when they leave the class, they understand that, business is important. Business is very difficult to sustain. There are a large percentage of small businesses that don't succeed. So it takes those basic skill sets and understanding the various functions that we've been talking about, marketing, finance, accounting, in order to run a business successfully.
Hold that thought right there, Doctor.
Sure.
We got to pay a bill here.
Okay.
Thank you again. But this is very interesting, but we got to take a break, and we'll be back in the blink of an eye.
Well, hey, folks, don't wait on your next paycheck or your income tax refund. That's just silly. We got payment options that include up to 100 days early payoff. You betcha, that's right.
So what happened to the 24 months to pay, Shampoozy?
Folks, we still got that. You can choose to pay early or take up 24 months. It's your choice, but do it today. Shampoozy.com. That's right, Kev Island.
Think tires, think Pueblo.
Invierno, primavera, verano y otoño. El año 18 se ha terminado. Cambia el aceite de tu carro. Si no te dejará tirado. You betcha.
¿Ahora te crees poeta, Shampoozy?
Tienes la opción de hasta 24 meses para pagar y no necesitas crédito. Cantarás un nuevo canción, shampoozy.com. ¡Qué alegría en mi corazón! Así es que bailen.
Think tires, think Pueblo.
We're back. We're here with Dr. Rosman Moore, PhD. And how do they call you here? Doctor? Or-
Doctor. Dr. Moore.
Dr. Moore, okay. And we're talking about business administration. Before we took a break, we were talking about it's not easy running a business. But again, you know, a lot of the students that come to here, first of all, I guess they're part of the, well, let me ask you this.
Sure.
What got you in this type of fields? I mean, what, you know, I mean, you could have chosen to be something else. What got you motivated, or how did you get into this type of a field, business?
So my original background is in engineering. So I started my educational career as an engineer doing manufacturing, working in manufacturing facilities. The manufacturing facilities are what brought me here to the Valley. And I think, you know, we were talking about I worked for a while in Reynosa. And so working in Reynosa.
Yeah, you heard that right. She worked in Reynosa,
Yeah.
but when it wasn't as it is now.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Safer grounds,
And
okay.
it gave me the opportunity and exposed me to all of those functions that we've been talking about: marketing, HR, operations, finance, accounting. And I became very interested in business. So at one point, I went back and got my master's degree in business and eventually my PhD in business. I've always been fascinated by the fact that businesses, it is very difficult for businesses to succeed. And when you talk about a business, you know, being here for 40 plus years,
Yeah, 47.
that's just an amazing feat. You know, it's very difficult to talk to people that have been in business that long of a time.
And you know the tire industry, it keeps evolving. You know, every year cars come out with different size, you know, trucks. You know, there was once upon a time where there was maybe 4 sizes of tire. Now you got, you know, such a variety
Yes.
of different tires and wheels. So it keeps evolving. But I guess what's kept us, you know, we're blessed, is that we enjoy helping people to keep their cars. You know, everybody needs a car, right? Pretty much. I mean, the car represents freedom to move.
Right.
So this type of business gives us an opportunity to help people with their cars. And you know, I need a car. You need a car.
All cars
And,
need 4 wheels.
but you know, it's funny. You mentioned manufacturing.
Yes.
You know, I have a little bit of background in manufacturing myself. I was in Houston for 14 years working for a winch and crane outfit
Okay.
in Houston, manufacturing winches and crane. And I would say that was kind of like my first real job, you know, as a young man, many moons ago. And but before that, you know, out of high school, you know, just kind of jumped around from, you know, fried chicken, or, you know, I picked tomatoes, you know, okay, so that helped me. But that job in manufacturing taught me a valuable lesson when it comes to discipline and organization, because manufacturing is, you know, it's all stage work.
Yes.
And you can be working on one winch or 20, one crane or 100 cranes, and it takes discipline. But once you get the routine and you follow the instructions and you learn how to put something together, you know, it becomes, you know, I'm not going to say easy, but it becomes routine, and you learn thousands of part numbers. So that gave me a solid background. And now in the tire business, I had to learn about tires, you know, sizes and different types of services. So your students here, I guess that's one of the areas that you're preparing them for that. And again, depending on what they want to do, what they want to pursue, and being, I guess they get the idea, you know what, I want to be a business owner, I want to open up a business, you know, hotel, I want to open a chain of whatever, a shoe store.
Right.
that's how they're being prepared here.
That's correct. So in the
Okay.
class, we start off and we talk about, how do you develop a business idea? And when you're developing a business idea, it's very important that you consider, is your business idea meeting a need within your community? Because it doesn't make sense to start a business if there's no need for that product or service that you're providing. We all, like you say, have cars. Cars have 4 wheels. Everyone needs wheels. Tires, they blow, they get old, and they have to be replaced.
Right.
So when you think about the business that you're in, it's a business that you can replicate and grow and evolve over time. And one of the things we share with the students is that in order to be successful, you have to evolve with the times, right?
Exactly.
You have to evolve with technology. You have to evolve with changing political landscapes. So all of these environmental elements that could impact your business, you have to be flexible enough in order to move and grow and kind of get around the obstacles. So we talk about those things.
We have a saying that if you can't keep up with the big dog, stay in the porch. So you gotta evolve.
Yeah, right.
Like when it comes to technology, okay, if we don't have the latest equipment, we can't diagnose a car. Especially today's cars, they're full of sensors, sensors for everything just about. So you gotta use, specialized equipment to be able to diagnose the problem and so forth. It's not like the old days where you could just pop the hood and, everything was in plain sight now. So you're right on that about evolving and keeping up with the changes. Now, one thing that we do stress, and this is I think in any business, and you would agree that we can have all the modern equipment, a scanner, alignment machines, tire machines, balancers, you name it. But none of these pieces of equipment that is very necessary can look a customer in the eye
That's right.
and gain their trust.
That's right.
That requires person to person.
Yes.
And that's another aspect of when you're running a business. You have to like helping people. I think you have to be people person.
Yep.
Would you agree with that?
I would agree with that, definitely. And I think most businesses and what we try to get across to the students is that in order for a business to be successful, you have to have good customer service.
Exactly.
If I go to your business once and the service is not good and I never return, what helps a business be successful is having loyal customers, having repeat customers, having return customers, having customers that are willing to say, hey, that's where you want to go to get your tires, right? Or that's where you want to go to get that piece of clothing or that service.
And one thing that's changed that I've seen is that nowadays you're not just compared, like in our case, we're a tire company, and we're more than tire, we're a full service shop. But you're compared to everybody out there. They might go to Starbucks, Target, Walmart. And that's another thing that's changed. Today's customers are way different than the customers from 20 years ago.
Right.
So again, today I don't have my phone on me, but people Google everything. So it's changed the mentality of how customers shop. So again, any business that you're thinking of, you got to take all these factors into consideration.
Yes.
And again, thank you for having us and sharing with us. But we're going to take another little break. Okay.
Thank you.
We'll be back in the blink of an eye. And by the way, at Pueblo Tires, we also offer financial options up to 24 months to pay and no credit needed. That's right, no credit needed. Opciones de financiamiento hasta 24 meses para pagar y no necesitas crédito. En Pueblo Tires y Servicio Centro, del lado de la familia. Ahorita regresamos en un abrir y cerrar de ojo.
Winter, spring, summer, and fall, the cycle continues for us all. 2018 is come and gone. Change your oil, you can't go wrong. That's right, you betcha.
So now you're a politician, Pussy?
12 months ain't enough. Up 24 months to pay, and you'll be on your way. Ain't no credit needed. That's right, 2019, you will sing Shampoozy.com. So much fun. Que bailen.
Think tires, think Pueblo.
Así es, amigos, hasta 24 meses para pagar. Y no necesitas crédito. Si ellos dicen no, nosotros decimos sí. Llevo eso al banco, puedes apostar.
No hay tal cosa, Shampoozy, te apuesto.
Sí, tienes la opción de hasta 100 días para pagar temprano. No esperas el income tax. Ven hoy mismo. Aplica, compra y disfruta. Así es, Shampoozy.com. ¡Que bailen!
Think Pueblo.
And we're back here with Dr. Moore, a PhD in Business Administration.
Yes.
And it's been a very interesting topic so far. Then, business is business. And today's world, the technology is so advanced. And now you can start a business from home.
Yes.
I mean, some of these big businesses that we hear about
in your
today.
pajamas, right?
In the
Running your
pajamas,
business,
right?
Running your business.
Somebody had an idea at home. Hey, I want to start a Amazon, or what's that other one? Facebook or whatever. So I mean, it's such a different world. But Dr. Moore, now tell us, you've been here what, 10 years?
Yes.
Now you're not originally from the Valley, right?
I'm not.
You're from further up
Yes,
north.
I'm from Chicago originally.
Chicago. The Windy City.
The Windy City, yes.
And you don't miss it?
Not at all.
Not at all.
No.
So what did you go from the Chicago Bears to the Dallas Cowboys, or Houston Texans?
Not quite.
Not quite yet.
Not quite
Still
yet.
allegiance to the Bears.
Yes.
Chicago Cubs.
Bears, Cubs.
Hey, I like the Cubs too.
Yeah.
The Bears. So, well, Dr. Moore, thank you again for sharing with us, and tell the folks out there maybe a website, a phone number, and a little bit more about your program here and certifications and so forth.
Here at South Texas College, we offer in the Business Administration program both certificates and associate degrees. We have certificates in the area of management, marketing, accounting, as well as import, export, and logistics. What's really nice about the programs that we have here at South Texas College is that they're stackable, what we call stackable. So you can stack a certificate onto an associate's degree, and you can stack an associate's degree here at South Texas College onto a bachelor's degree. And now at South Texas College, we're offering 5 bachelor's degrees. So you can begin at 1 semester, build that 1 semester into 2, the 2 into 3, the 3 into 4, and finish here at South Texas College with a bachelor's degree. So the opportunities here are really expansive. They're great. You can start at whatever level you like. You're exposed to a lot of different instructors, backgrounds, as well as subject matters. As I mentioned, marketing, accounting, management. You can reach us at www.southtexascollege.edu. And we are here at campuses, at the Pecan campus, where we offer our coursework, as well as in Starr County and Weslaco, as well as online.
Question, what's the percentage of female to male students? I mean,
It's fairly even. We probably have a few more females, a little bit over 50%.
Really?
Are female.
well, that goes in line with some of the research that we do, because we've discovered that 51, maybe to 52% of the shoppers that come to Pueblo are females.
Yep, that's about similar.
So they're kind of taking over,
Yeah, that's a good thing.
No, but really, and one thing that we see as well with females and female drivers, and they're more detailed when it comes to preventative maintenance for their vehicles than most men. Why is that?
I think we care more about safety. I think when you have good tires and your tires are safe, and we want to make sure however many thousand miles we're getting them balanced and rotated. And
Right.
So I think personally I'm that way. So
Yeah,
every
no, I hear you, and more than ever, I think also there's more women in the workforce.
Yes.
Professional women like yourself, and they're driving cars.
Yeah.
So in a lot of homes, husband and wife both work, and but the female seems like the one that stays after when it comes to preventive maintenance. And we see that, and so that's why we have Ladies' Day on Wednesday.
Awesome.
$22 oil change, conventional oil, and a free checkup of your car. Family Day on Thursday. So we cater to the families.
That's awesome. That's right.
And again, it's just our way of thanking the community and helping folks keep their car running. How many miles do you drive a day roughly? I mean, from home to
very few. I mean, like maybe 15, 20 miles a day.
back and forth from home?
Yeah.
Okay, but you consider that on a daily basis, on a weekly basis?
Right. On a weekly, it's a lot more. I have an older son, and he does travel sports, so
Right.
we're on the road
And then-
a lot, back and forth.
Okay, and then you compound that to a month.
Right.
Then you take it 12 months a year.
Yes.
So, your tires need to be balanced, rotated. Air pressure
Right.
needs to be correct. That's why, and like you said, you're right on that. That's what we've seen, that women seem to be more cautious. Not that men don't care, but women just seem to be more cautious when it comes to their vehicles. safety, you know,
Safety
and
is
that's good.
important.
No,
Yes.
that's good. You know, that's why the TPMS, the government mandated, you know, tire pressure monitoring system.
Systems, right.
Because a lot of people driving with their tires underinflated, and that's very dangerous. You know, if you're going 60, 70 miles down, you know, on the highway, you can't see it with the naked eye, but your tire's low, and that could be a blowout.
Yep.
So, thank you, Dr. Moore,
Well,
for
thank you
sharing.
for having me.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we're just going to take one more little break, and we'll be back. And again, thank you for being with us today in the blink of an eye. Ahorita regresamos.
Well, hey, folks, don't wait on your next paycheck or your income tax refund. That's just silly. We got payment options that include up to 100 days early payoff. You betcha, that's right.
So what happened to the 24 months to pay, Shampoozy?
Folks, we still got that. You can choose to pay early or take up 24 months. It's your choice, but do it today. Shampoozy.com. That's right, Kev Island.
Think tires, think Pueblo.
Pues amigos, hemos llegado al final de uno más de los programas de In the Blink of an Eye de Pueblo Tires and Service, directamente desde South Texas College, aquí en la ciudad de McAllen, aquí por la avenida Picán. Queremos agradecerles su atención a nombre de Pueblo Tires and Service. Y fíjate, mi capitán, que quiero recordarle a toda la gente del Valle del Río Grande y la región que los miércoles tenemos el Ladies Day, que es el Día de las Damas, cuando tenemos el cambio de aceite convencional con filtro y toda la cosa, una inspección en torno a su vehículo por solamente $22. Ahora bien, si usted no tiene tiempo de ir el miércoles del día de Ladies Day, los jueves es día de la familia, día familiar, donde hacemos casi lo mismo y le cobramos lo mismo, solamente $22 por cambio de aceite convencional. Yo creo que es una oferta pero muy conveniente para nuestros amigos residentes de Río Grande. Y pues, capitán, este programa muy interesante, por cierto.
Hemos aprendido mucho, ¿eh?
Bastante, sí. Y es lo que pasa cada vez que hacemos estos programas de entrevistas, programas que sirven a la comunidad.
Y, y se me pasó decir, Dr. Moore habla español.
Sí, hablo español.
¿Verdad?
Sí.
¿Sabes qué? Vamos a tener que hacer otra entrevista en otra ocasión en español.
Totalmente en
Está
español.
bueno.
En español
Está bueno.
totalmente. ¿Estamos
Sí,
de acuerdo?
yo puedo.
Ok.
Sí.
Bueno, again, les agradecemos. Y Dr. Moore, díganos últimas palabras. A ver, ¿qué quiere decirle al público? What do you want to tell the
La gente
community?
reinosa, doctor.
Sí. Thank you for having me today. I just want to share with you, South Texas College is committed to the community, is committed to the students and the members of the community. You can reach us at www.southtexascollege.edu, and you look for the Business Administration Department. We have, again, several programs. We have certificates and associate degrees in marketing, management, accounting, and import-export logistics.
All right. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Well, folks, there you have it. I mean, we could go on and on, but, when you're having fun, time runs out. Again, thank you on behalf of Pueblo Tires and Service, your family car care center. We thank you for giving us the opportunity for 47 years of serving the community. And we just want you to remember this before we say goodbye. Nobody, but nobody, loves you more than Pueblo Tires and Service and Dr. Moore and South Texas College. Nobody.